This season of My First Dungeon is sponsored by MythWorks. We absolutely loved working with MythWorks on our recent season of The Wild Sea, and we are thrilled to be working with them again on Slugblaster. Our goal with this season is to make you fall in love with Slugblaster just as much as we have. And if you do, you can go to myth.works and use the promo code MFD2025 to get 20% off your own copy of Slugblaster. Again, that's code MFD2025. And with that, let's blast some slugs! Welcome to Hillview. To say that Hillview is in the middle of nowhere isn't quite correct, because saying the middle of nowhere implies a certain mystique, a certain unknowableness, a je ne sais quoi that really would be overselling what Hillview has going on for it. I mean, do you guys know why they call it Hillview? It's not because it is located at the top of a hill providing stunning vistas for all its citizens. No, it is called Hillview because you can see a hill from there. It is simply a town smack dab in the middle of somewhere, but it is that particular kind of somewhere that no one is ever actually looking for. Seriously, if you look for it on a map, your eyes will naturally glaze over it like 4 times before you actually see it. It's like Middle America's fucking innate defense mechanism against anyone interesting actually ever finding this place. Anyway. It is a town of a few thousand people that you can walk end to end in about 20 minutes, and you can easily skate in about half that time. Actually, this guy Rusty, one of the members of Null Range, holds the end-to-end record right now, 4 minutes and 2 seconds. And the only reason that it wasn't sub 4 was because he had to weave through a bunch of protesters from that really annoying parent group doorways. Hillview is one of those towns that is always about 10 years behind the times, which is never quite enough to be charming or quite enough to be retro. It is just enough to never be cool. Hillview doesn't have a nightlife, it doesn't have a movie theater, and it doesn't have any epic skate spots. But there is one thing that it does have. Some of the thinnest space-time fabric on the planet. We aren't alone in the universe. We just got the short end of the stick. The most boring reality. Do you know what folks in Operablum or Popularia call this plane? The Null. Yeah. You'd think that when we first realized there was an easily accessible, infinite Technicolor multiverse of worlds in our backyard that this place would have gotten a little bit more interesting, but no, instead we just got a big particle physics lab from some company named Dara or Dara. They still haven't decided how they pronounce it. Anyway, the long and short of all this is this. If you hit a long grind just right, on the handrail, beneath the water tower in the center of town, riding an nth gear hoverboard, you can smash through a semi-permanent 2-way portal into another world. One that is way cooler than Hillview. It's called Slugblasting. And that is exactly what the 5 of you just did.
I'm hanging out after school, high on life with my whole damn crew. We're gonna cruise our boards into the sunset. Mom and Dad don't understand. When I skate, the whole world's in my hands. That's how I know inside my bones I'm meant to be. Slugblaster! 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 Slugblasters! Slugblaster, yeah! Slugblaster! Slugblaster! Blaster! 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 Blaster!
Welcome to Slugblasting!
Slugbasters!
Slugblasters! We open as 5 teen Slugblasters emerge from a shimmering portal into the golden jungle. A plane of prismatic colors all around you. The Null behind you may as well be in grayscale. In front of you, a kaleidoscopic canopy opens out in front of you in a number of colors that you can see, and honestly, a few colors that you can't see. From high on a branch of a massive pink tree, you see dense foliage cover the ruins of a long-forgotten advanced civilization. Hidden in this jungle are dozens of things that can kill you, but also hundreds of the choicest skate spots this side of the multiverse.
So sick.
So fucking sick. You know that not far from here is the wreckage of ancient mechs from an unknown world where Whiplash from the crew BRB filmed Slugblaster magazine's grind of the fucking century, bro. Looking down from here, you see a 30-foot drop into a tree trunk that gently slopes out like a sickly pastel half-pipe. They call it Moxie's Drop because it is the exact color of amoxicillin, that nasty medicine you had to take when you were a kid. And it is a Slugblaster rite of passage. A rite of passage that none of you have yet made. My first question to you is this. Which one of you drops in first without a second thought?
Me.
Siren Stanfield.
Siren Stanfield, aka Psy. I like whip my black bangs out of my face. Psy's a she, her pronouns, but you could never tell because she looks mad androgynous.
Hell yeah.
She's just like rail thin, huge jeans, tons of stacked bracelets, like leather and like nasty like string that she just tied on there. She doesn't smile, but she's got this determined look on her face. And she gets her hot pink Type 4 bomb board, which is the one with the little like forked tail at the back.
Oh, hell yeah.
And just like whips her hair like Bieber style kind of out of her eyes again, which she's like, it's almost like a tick. You know the teens that do that.
And it looks so cool.
And it looks so fucking cool. She's just like mad pale, and she's got those like necklaces that are like, look like big round metal balls that are all just in a chain. You know those? Yeah. I don't know if anyone under like 20 is gonna know what those are, but she's wearing that also. She's got a nose piercing, whips her hair one more time, and then this is all like while she's like running up to the drop. And just goes like, rip it, and then fucking drops in.
Caro, Siren Stanfield, the grit of this crew, leaps over the edge, throws her hoverboard underneath her feet, and goes for Moxie's drop without a second thought. Caro, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Roll the first action roll of this campaign.
Yeah! Woo! Let's
All
go.
Right. Let's go. You know what? I'm gonna boost it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna boost it.
D6.
Freaking boost.
Hell yeah. So normally in this game you're rolling 1d6, but if you want to add a boost to it, that gets you an extra d6. 6 means full success. 4, 5 means success with a problem. 1, 2, 3 means a failure.
Yeah. Eat shit, Brian.
I'm checking my boost off as I go, right?
Yeah, you'll check your boost off as you go.
Okay, so you only have 3 boosts, but then my board gives me extra.
You guys have a little bit of crew boost and kick as well, known as hype.
I'm also going to use the ability of my special signature item is my kinetic deck. And
Hell yeah.
the mod that I chose is, I'm going, let's fucking use those tools, baby. Break out the good china. The Pope's coming to dinner.
The Pope's coming to dinner.
Okay, so I'm going to drop into this Moxie's drop. I'm going to bomb the hill on Moxie's drop, which I know because I live by a skate park and there's always skaters going down the hill by me, and it's called bombing.
We get it. You're cool.
Yes, very cool to live by a skate park.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely chose that. Okay, and my signature item is a kinetic deck, so I chose the density pedal mod. So I can roll to increase or decrease your own mass dramatically. Make your body lighter than air, make your fist heavier than uranium, and don't let anyone push you around. So
yeah.
I'm going to make my feet heavier so I go faster. Like I'm going to increase my density so I'm like, because I'm a pretty skinny, lanky kid in real life too. And I'm not. I'm very thick. And I'm going to just like make myself heavier so I get more momentum on this sick drop.
Hell yeah. You're rolling an action roll, so that's 1d6 plus another d6 for your boost. Go ahead and roll those 2. Take the highest result.
Sweet. Ooh, that's a 6, baby.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I rolled a 5 and a 6, so get fucked.
You pump up the gravity on your feet, not only giving you more mass and more density to make you go a little bit faster, it's also making you more stable. You are stuck to the side of this tree in a great way, and you're able to control your ride all the way down. From up top, all of you see Siren immediately go off the edge with no consultation of where we're going or what we're doing, but just takes the drop without a second thought, because sometimes that's what a Slugblaster has to do. Do it before you're ready to do it. But Siren Stanfield, ready to fucking do it.
Yeah!
As you guys are up there looking down, you hear on one of your belts a phone begins to crackle to life as the radio modification you've added to it begins to crackle. Which one of you has circuit bent their phone to get extraplanar gamma wave stations?
I feel like it's the smarts.
Abby, why don't you tell us about the smart Summer Boggs?
Summer Boggs, she's the smarts. She's really into physics. She's really into modding things and doing repairs and all that. She's...
I'm so happy you chose this voice.
I was wondering if we were going to
in.
have an accent. Yeah. She is the youngest of 5. Her family is a collective of artists. They don't like to describe themselves as a family unit. They're a collective. And so she wears a lot of hand-me-downs. She's wearing cargo shorts that have been patched up a whole bunch, and a long-sleeve shirt with really frayed cuffs. And on top of that is a Hawaiian short sleeve that she leaves open. And her hair is in the rattiest ponytail you've ever seen. Real rat's nest at this point. And she has braces and sneakers that have been gone through the whole cycle of being really cool and then really lame, and now they're so old they're vintage again.
Works out great that way.
Yeah.
If you take care of your stuff, it's always cool eventually.
They're very cool.
You reach down to your side where you have a phone strapped to your side. Phones in the multiverse don't quite work as well as they do in Null. Something that is designed for Null kind of only works in Null. So Slugblasters, the multiverse over, have had to hack their phones. What a hacked Null phone usually looks like is a Nokia Sidekick with a Sony Walkman like fused to the back, and only slightly thinner than that would imply.
Perfect.
Oh.
They're big honking things because Slugblasters want to get radio waves and stuff. You need literal antennas coming out of your phone. And if you want to record your tricks in the multiverse, digital recording doesn't work. You have to use analog magnetic reel-to-reel tape.
Damn.
Oh.
You pull up the bunny ears that are on this walkie-talkie radio phone sidekick. You slip up the sidekick. You know the sidekick is the phone that does that like thing?
Oh, yeah.
It's the coolest phone I've always wanted one my entire life. I hope they come back. it's those and Heelys I've always wanted.
You can still get
dude,
Heelys.
Oh, you can get Heelys.
I know. Those,
Adult Heelys.
I want it so bad. I know it'll be a disappointment. That's why I haven't gotten it.
You do look like a Heelys guy, Brian.
I know. I really do.
Does
Holy
he?
shit.
You know what? I own it.
I think you should get like a sea captain's pipe before you get Heelys.
Yeah.
That's more your
Actually, you
vibe
do
to
feel
me.
more like a sea
Feels like he already
captain's
has
pipe. The combo is wild.
I pawned my sea captain's pipe and instead bought a second manual typewriter. And the audience doesn't know if that's real or not. It's totally real. It's really a bummer. You pull up the bunny ears, and you hear crackling to life over this gamma wave radio station.
Hey all you Slugblasters, this is the voice of the multiverse, Aaron Comet Blast, coming at you live from the Golden Jungle, broadcasting on KQCSM, the home of Slugblasting. I'm assaulting your eardrums and surfing all the gnarliest interdimensional radio waves. All those dangerous ones your parents told you about.
Oh, fucking sick.
Hell yeah! What brought me out of my hidden hub of pirate radio to the ruins of the Golden Jungle? A brand spanking new slug blasting competition, the 5-hour Hardecker Tape Jam! Wah, 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 wah.
A bunch of shock radio things go up. One of those spiral things goes.
And then it ends with like, oh yeah.
I like that you're not going to sound design that, Brian. You're just going to use your
It's
voice.
just gonna be me.
How in the hell the clueless folks at Hardnecker came up with this, I have no idea, but I am pretty dang excited about it. They make the best ray gun this side of the multiverse, and they are usually absolutely clueless about slug blasting, so I'm excited to see them getting in the game.
Summer, can you do me a favor and roll a d6?
Oh my god, yeah.
And you can, this will be your action roll for this kind of opening sequence, so if you want to add anything to it, you're more than welcome to. Also, a reminder to all the Slugblasters, during any action roll, if you add the words, check it, you can also do a trick in addition to your action roll, which means if you succeed, you will gain 1 style.
Oh, yeah.
But if you fail, it will be slightly worse.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yeah, Summer is excited about this, and she's trying to catch up to Sai to let her know about this cool radio notification. And so I'm just going to roll the 1, but I am going to yell, check it, as I drop in. And I ride Goofy, because everyone in my family is left-handed. Well, I'm going to try to do like a spin halfway down to flip. To, what's the opposite of Goofy? Regular?
Regular, yeah.
Boring?
Yeah, anyone who rides Goofy calls it boring. Anyone who rides regular calls it regular.
Boring. All right. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Well, we have our first nat 1 of the season.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
We love it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Summer trips over her own shoelaces.
So a 1 in this game is a failure. A lot of things can happen on failure. I can add complications. I can take bite, which is a resource I can spend later to make things worse for you guys. But one of the ways that we love to add complications in this game is to give you a slam.
Yeah.
A slam is essentially a condition that you will add to your character. So in this case, I'm going to give you the slam tree burned.
Oh, no.
As your board slips out from under you and you slide on your back along this tree.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's gotta sting.
Actually, can I interrupt?
Yeah, sure.
That's what you think happens.
Yeah, no fit.
What are you doing? What are you using?
A little Furby head pops out from behind a tree branch and like boings its front half off of the branch. And it has its feet attached to where everyone is standing, and it just takes its tiny beak and grabs Summer by the collar because it's in guardian mode.
Oh,
And it just like kind of lets you hang right off of where you just dropped.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Also, because I have the trait lateral thinking, when you try a trick with a creative approach, mark 1 style, even if you fail. So I get some style.
nice.
What is turbo? Because it says Mark 1 turbo.
Oh yeah. So every Slugblaster has 1 piece of signature gear. Yours is a robotic companion that is a purple Furby with a slinky middle. Every piece of signature gear has turbo, which is 2 boost and 2 kick. So you mark anything of those to be able to use this power.
Got it.
And that does mean you don't get the slam, Ab, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so Abby, you are not going to take the slam. A reminder for Slugblasters, if you take slams in the future and don't have a robotic slinky Furby to protect you, you can always choose to nope a slam. This is you saying, I'm not taking that slam. Actually, here's what happened. And in addition, you will take 2 trouble, which is something that we'll get to a little bit down the line. Summer, you feel your board slip out from under you as you dive into Moxie's drop, and then all of a sudden you feel a very familiar tug on the back of your shirt that picks you back up, and you are able to slide that hoverboard back under your feet and keep going. The Slinky Furby holds on a little bit too long and gets really stretched, and then flies back up to the top.
Thanks, Ruby.
Yes.
Jen, since you have jumped into this moment, can you do me a favor and make an action roll for me so you can add boost or kick, whatever you want? You are the person who first heard about this competition, heard about this contest, and scouted some of the competition. This is to see how well you did that and how much you guys know going in.
Oh, God. Well, we got a 2.
Nice.
Oh.
Yes.
No
yes,
research,
yes.
unprepared.
faked it.
Everything we know, we learned from the radio.
Did we just happen to be here? We were like, let's get some practice in. And we're like,
oh my
oh,
God.
fuck, there's a huge competition today.
You guys,
What a great coincidence.
you guys had heard there was some kind of contest happening here, and as you got here, you were getting the full download of it. But Ruby, you see your Slinky Dog fly back towards you. Jen, can you describe Ruby Ginto for us, and also her robotic companion?
It's your girl, Ruby Ginto, aka Ruru, aka Rude Girl, aka Rubella, aka Arby's.
Oh.
She's like giving a thumbs up to the Furby, who is like slinking back and is gonna stand with her on her Gert-style skimboard. It's like a wide sort of board.
Hell
Doesn't
yeah.
look like a regular skateboard. But she's not facing the ramp. She is emptying a bag of chips into her mouth. And I'll tell you, it's carnivore flavor, which is all meats, even a touch of puffin. She's like facing away, like eating the chips, and she doesn't know that her board is starting to skim backwards. She's dressed very flashy. She's like straight out of Adelia's catalog. She's got inappropriate Mary Jane shoes that are not for skating whatsoever, but she somehow does it. Let's see. She's wearing like a maroon denim skirt that goes like almost to the floor, but it has a high enough slip that she can move. Move around. She's wearing spaghetti strap, bright orange shirt. She's got neon green short cropped hair. She's just a ridiculous person.
It's really all the wrong choices for an extreme sport.
Yeah.
Outside of the green
Absolutely.
hair. The green hair is the only one. If you started there and stopped, you'd be like, this makes sense.
However, she is an off-grid skater. So she is like a stupid, like a really crazy skate savant. It looks like everything she's doing is an accident. And all of you are always going like, whoa, no, Ruby! And she just somehow is just like, huh? And it has another bag of chips.
You guys see at the top as Ruby, the chill of the group, is just slowly riding backwards, her hoverboard just coasting backwards, and you see the back end tip over the edge of Moxie's drop, and then all of a sudden she goes from horizontal to horizontal on a totally different axis and flies down the ramp. As she does, the Slinky Furby is flying back towards her, gets spun around Summer Boggs, and kind of like wonks up the antenna, so you only hear a part of the following message.
Well, all you Slugblasters out there, here's Paul Hardecker himself to explain the rules.
What? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? oh, I see the light. Well, hi there. My name's Paul Hardecker, owner and CEO of Hardecker, purveyors of the finest interdimensional mining equipment. I gotta tell you, all my life I've been in the mining business, and when these portals opened up, I find myself in the interstellar mining business. Well, wouldn't you look at that? But without even knowing it, it seems I've also found myself in the slug blasting business. Now, we here at Hardecker have been hard at work for a while now to stop kids from aggressively voiding their warranties of our Hardecker D11 mid-range slack beams. And we've really been trying to get you to stop calling them ray guns. But since these things keep getting more and more popular, the board has decided to steer into the skid, as it were, and embrace this crazy sport that all you kids and chums out there seem to be loving so much. So, here it is, our first ever slug blasting competition, the Slugblaster 5-hour Hardecker Tape Jam. Now, from what I've been told, I understand that you Slugblasters like to record yourself doing cool tricks and flim-flams and stuff like that, and so we want to reward that, but we want to combine it with something that I loved as a child, a good old-fashioned scavenger hunt. So not only do all you crazy Slugblasters out there have to make a cool tape featuring some Hardecker gear like your D11 ray guns, D11 mid-range slack beams, or some of our Duraweave D400 jackets, but we also want you to film some specific tricks to really show that you've mean business in this competition. First off, my kids tell me there are these things called quantum centipedes out there, and some of you Slugblasters like to do a flip kick over them. Well, now I understand that may be basic to some of you seasoned Slugblasters out there. I had never seen such a thing, and I'd like to. So check that on your list right there. Give me one of them kickflips over a quantum centipede. The second thing, there are these things out in the jungle there called psionic crocodiles. They mess with your mind and stuff, but their backs, perfectly metallic, beautiful things, and I understand you folks like to 50 or grind 50. And so you want to do one of those over the back of the psionic crocodile. Now be careful, because they got some mind blast stuff and that could mess you up.
We only get part of this message.
Oh no, you're getting all of this. There's a section later on that you're not going to get.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
And be sure to throw some of your own Slugblaster crew's stank on it. Give me some weird tricks, some cool stuff that you ain't never seen before. Really make this Slugblaster tape shine. And the last thing is, as your entrance fee, we here at Hard Decker don't want any money, but instead, we'd like you to get...
And at this moment, you hear like a paper wrinkle and stuff, and it's very clear that he's reading off of something.
I'd like you to get a fifth-dimensional psionic capacitor, or an isodecahedric reflux coil from one of those prismatic praetorians out there.
And you guys know the prismatic praetorians are these giant mech creatures from some long ago war that have been like destroyed and lay fallow in this like ancient battlefield.
What are they called?
Whoa.
They are called praetorians, prismatic praetorians.
Wow.
And now, of course, all you Slugblasters are most curious about who you're gonna be Slugblasting with, what other crews are here, and what the reward is. Well, let me tell you.
And you lose the transmission. You guys, as you are Slugblasting, do not know the reward, nor do you know your competition.
Hell yeah, brother.
Summer's frantically searching her pockets for like paper clips to bend and try to fix the the antennas as she's also boarding. I mean, crap, I knew I should have brought more paper clips.
Ruby, since you rolled a 2 on that, I'm going to give you the slam unprepared.
Whoa.
It's a real diss.
Yuck.
If you want to, you can nope that slam and take 2 trouble and tell me how you are actually more prepared than you think.
For the event or for this moment of me falling?
You know, I'll leave it up to you. You tell me. Or you can take the slam and keep it.
You know what? Why don't we get some trouble? We're gonna mark 2 troubles.
Hell yeah.
Troubles.
It looks like she's unprepared. But she's very much used to dropping in from strange heights and strange places. She can even skate on like the side of a traffic cone. So like,
Dang.
The side of a traffic cone?
she just like, she doesn't hit things. She just sort of glides off of them.
I see.
Ruby's just like one with the universe.
Yeah, she's like a human gimbal. Like, she just casually turns around and is like, "Oh, I'm dropping in," and yeah, she'll just go and then just very like effortlessly like skim. Because what is the terrain like in this particular environment?
The terrain of this particular environment is like, there's an ancient civilization here and all of it is overgrown with moss and leaves and vines and things. So it's very jungle-esque. But your hoverboards hover like, 5 to 6 inches over all of this. So you're able to go through this and like, as you are pushing through things, you're like you're pushing off of trees and off of rocks and things. So it is bumpy still, but it is passable on a hoverboard.
Yeah, you see no panic on her face.
I think Ruby makes it about 3/4 of the way down before she realizes she has indeed almost completed Moxie's drop. Hell yeah, so mark 2 trouble.
Mm-hmm.
From on top of this tree branch, there are still 2 people remaining. One of you knows the best route in the Golden Jungle to get to a well-known quantum centipede spot. Which one of you knows the best route to the quantum centipede?
I think I do. I think Rusty told me, my brother.
Hell yeah.
Who holds the record for moving across the town.
end-to-end run across the town.
End-to-end
4 minutes
run.
and 2 seconds.
Woo!
And he tells you almost every day how it should have been 3:57.
Fine. You'll get him next time, Rust.
Elliot, why don't you introduce us to Sammy Ribbons and tell us how you're dropping in?
Yeah, Sam, you see a tall teenager, sort of like pushing 6'1", and like athletic build, and wearing light wash jeans, wearing like a plain solid green shirt, and has like a mop of wavy hair that is slightly blonde from like sun in.
Got sun
and yeah, and
Wow.
has like a like chunky puka shell necklace that he fiddles with as he comes up to this drop. And he turns to Rashane and says, "Oh, this is exactly like I imagined. Everyone's so cool."
Oh no, he's so earnest. Oh no.
God, my heart's breaking
He's extremely earnest.
Nothing bad can happen to Sammy.
already. Protect Sammy at all costs.
And Sammy's wearing a pair of yellow mosaic laser blades, which are like hover roller skates.
Whoa.
Or hover roller blades, to be specific. That he taps the side of one, which loosens the automatic laces, and he tips it over the edge of this drop. And he just kind of stops and smiles, takes a deep breath, and then follows his loose skate on one leg over the edge.
Damn.
And I'm going to activate the ability on my photonic jacket, which is my Letterman jacket, which is hard light upscaling, to create a like hard light booster on my back so that it launches me to catch up with my other skate and then get my foot back in.
That's
to make the
insane
jump.
that jacket has that. I should have looked
Cool.
at your guys' mods. These are crazy. Awesome. You're going to make an action roll. Go ahead and you roll 1d6 unless you want to add boost or kick or use any of your turbo.
I'm going to boost with my jacket.
Okay, cool. So you're rolling 2d6. Give me the highest result.
Oh, that's a 6, baby.
That's a
Oh,
6.
man. Swings and arrows here. Hell yeah. You're on easy street. Oh, for anyone who got a 6, you get to mark one style with that automatically.
Whoa.
Nice.
So, Elliot, you can mark one style there. Elliot, why don't you tell me how it looks when Sammy bombs down this thing and what the route to the quantum centipede is?
Yeah, he has this big, dumb smile on his face the whole way down. He is living for this moment as this big, translucent blue hard light booster shoves him off the front. His lone skate goes ahead, and he jumps and in a flip, slips his foot back in, taps the automatic laces to tighten it, and then lands with his 3 friends and is like, "Now I know the best place to find some quantum centipedes, guys. We're going to go northwest. No, wait. Is it northeast? Hold on. Let me check my notes.
You look up and you were prepared to like navigate by the stars. The Golden Jungle is famously never in night because there are 7 suns that have alternating orbits.
Ooh, it's why the plants
Which one do you think is the
thrive.
5th sun?
Fifth from like the east, from the left.
We have to follow the 5th sun until we reach the river, and then we got to take a hard left.
You see one of the suns comes into view and begins to spin, and a big number 5 is on it.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Do they look like
Yeah.
billiard balls where it also has like a stripe or something?
They look like billiard balls. you all of a sudden see a random sun just go and hawk another ball out of there.
Oh man.
And then we all look away because you shouldn't look at the sun.
Don't forget your sunglasses.
Yeah, people have gone blind watching these competitions. You catch up and you begin leading this motley crew into the Golden Jungle. There is one figure still remaining at the top of this drop.
Hell yeah, brother.
Silhouetted.
Silhouetted, backlit by 5 orbiting and rotating suns. You guys look up and you see this figure, only an outline, as they begin to drop in. Shanuk, tell us about your character.
Okay, wait, before I drop. Question.
Yeah.
You said cell phones exist, right? I can make a quick call right now.
Cell phones between universes they're a little wonky, and also
Totally.
the cell phone bill is astronomical.
Great. I think as like you're seeing me drop in, like Rashane, who is as like the sunlight kind of hits and you can see what he's wearing, has like a bowl cut, glasses that are like taped together.
Bro.
It's the bowl cut that really is my favorite.
Can I just interject that the glasses, when we see you, the glasses are like that opaque, like anime, like villain glasses,
the
just for a
shine is on
second.
them.
Yeah, big
Okay,
time.
that's
You don't see your
awesome.
eyes yet.
Yeah, you see the shine, wearing like almost like a Catholic school uniform, like a tie, like button-up shirt, like a sweater vest, slacks, and then over that is like wearing like a graphic tee with two little like brown like faces on them, thumbs up, and like it says blaster slugs on it, blaster slugging.
It's a graphic tee over a sweater vest, to clarify.
Yeah, my parents make me wear it.
Rad.
And Rashane is on the phone and is like, "Okay, Mom. So if I do this, I can run for comptroller. That's what that's the deal." And starts going down as Rashane's mother confirms that if he Slugblasts right now, he can run for comptroller in the city of Hillview. and like hangs up. It's like, "Guys, I'm running for comptroller."
Oh, fucking sweet.
Hell yeah.
What's a comptroller?
Yeah, I don't know
I'll
what that
explain
is.
later. Don't worry, I'll explain later.
Let's be clear. No one knows what it is.
No one knows, but it's provocative.
And as I'm going down, I'm gonna go, "Check it."
Yeah.
I am the guts. I'm gonna use double dare. So instead of
Oh shit.
doing a dare, I'm gonna mark 2 trouble to roll 2 extra d6s.
Whoa.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So this is a thing, a rule for anybody. There's a thing in this game called dares. At any time you want, you can offer a dare. You can get a +1 d6 to an actual roll. You get +1 kick, or you could clear 1 trouble. In exchange, I get a little something as the Slugmaster. I can either have you mark trouble, I can introduce a bonus problem, or I can take 1 bite to kind of use for later. But the guts gets to double that.
Double dog dare.
Yeah. So instead of taking a dare, I can mark 2 trouble instead and roll 2d6, or do 2 kick to an action roll. So I'm gonna do that.
So is that a total of 3d6? It's plus 2d6?
Yeah, it's total 3d6 that I'm
Insane.
rolling.
Hot dog.
Should I add another d6? This game is crazy. I can add so much d6.
Do it.
You're stacked.
All ones.
I'd be so mad. And then if I mark a boost, I can add another d6 to my action roll, Brian?
Yes, Rashane, if you use a boost, you can add 1d6. If you use a kick, you can like increase the impact of what you're doing.
We'll use a kick. Let's kick.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm rolling 3d6. If I get 3 ones, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
You're too excited about being comptroller. You can't focus.
All right, hell yeah. I got a 6, 4, and a 1.
Damn.
In
That counts.
insane 6, 4, and a 1. And you said check it, so you get 1 style. Since you're using kick, I'll say go ahead and take 2 style. You've increased
Hell yeah.
the effectiveness of this.
And I get an extra style because I rolled a 6.
Wow.
You get an extra style because you rolled. Is that one of your things?
Yeah. No, I don't know. You said that to Elliot and
Oh, sorry.
Kara.
So you automatically, anytime you get a 6, you get a style.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, what are all the things you get style from? Hey there, this is Brian from the future, and I am here to say, whoops. We actually got that rule totally wrong. You do succeed when you roll a 6, but you don't automatically get a style as well. That only happens when you say, check it, and also do a trick. We pretty much play by this rule the whole season, so consider this to be an accidental homebrew. So these Slugblasters are going to be extra stylish this season, but as we say on this show, if you're having fun, you're already doing it right. And since we are absolutely having fun, that means I didn't actually make any mistakes. Back to the show! You get 1 style for rolling a 6. You get 1 style for saying check it and doing a trick. And I'm giving you 1 bonus style because you used a kick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So stylish.
As you drop in, go ahead and tell me about your drop in of Moxie's drop.
I tell everyone I'm running for comptroller, and so so my board, as like I'm coming in, you see it's like an old like black, basically basic, kind of like looks like a regular ass skateboard. Under it, you see like it's signed Mama's favorite board. It's my mom's old board.
Mama's favorite.
And-
That's so cute.
Yeah, she's a baller, and I like drop in, and like I'm doing this so like I do not care. I'm so pumped for being comptroller. I'm like going
Wait,
down.
let's be clear. You are running for comptroller.
Yeah,
You have
but
not
I'm gonna
magically become comptroller.
He's
I'm not
very
going to let you slip
confident.
that in there.
I'm, so,
The people have yet to say.
I'm
Very
jazzed. And I like pull out a copy of Thomas Piketty's Capital, and I'm start reading it as I going down, doing whatever tricks and crazy bullshit that my parents taught me how to do. Because I am a blaster slug, the child of the prodigious blaster slug family that invented slug blasting.
What? Yeah, slug blasting royalty, the founding family, the blaster slugs. The only thing they didn't get right was the order of the name.
Yeah, that's the one thing they messed up.
Blasters-slug.
Blaster-slug with 2 G's.
Yeah.
Wearing your parents' merch and ready to run for comptroller of Hillview. Who knows what that means, but it sounds cool. You know what it means. You guys bomb down Moxie's drop, and as you get to the bottom, high fives all around. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking sweet.
Flash forward. We find you but meters away from a quantum centipede. Sammy led you there by the light of the 5th sun. Turning left at the this massive river leads to a massive gorge. This is like one of the slug blasting dreams. This is the 1080. This is the triple backflip. This is one of the jumps that people aren't positive could possibly be made that exists in the Golden Jungle. But nearby in this kind of like swampy river is your quarry, a quantum centipede, a fractal mushroom of a thing. Its different parts of its body seem to be like replicating and moving. It is described as a non-integer of spiraled body segments multiplying as you try to find the end of it.
Whoa.
This thing is big and getting bigger while also getting smaller in a menagerie of colors.
It's gross.
There's a reason that it is so exciting to kickflip over a quantum centipede, why that's such like a standard move, because capturing this on video does crazy things to magnetic reel-to-reel tape. It makes you look amazingly cool with very little effort. You guys see this quantum centipede laid out in front of you, the first part of this scavenger hunt for the Hardecker 5-hour tape jam. We begin this competition. I'm going to create a 5-part track. The word B-L-A-S-T. That's right, blast.
Blast!
What?
With every success, you will mark off a letter. When you complete that track, you will have completed your tape. If you use kick, you might be able to knock out 2 of those tracks, but you got to complete that and get all the things that were required in the rules. So you've got to kickflip a quantum centipede, you got to grind a psionic crocodile, and you've got to get a specialty part hidden somewhere in the prismatic praetorians.
Wow.
And also add some of your own style in there, so not too much. And you only got 5 hours to do it.
Oh, man.
You guys see the quantum centipede in front of you. I turn it over to you. What do you guys do?
All right, I think I've figured out how to, I've got to futz with the camera a little bit, but I think if I go, like 10 paces that way, I'll get a really good angle, and then if you guys do the kickflips, I could get it on video real good.
Sick.
Yeah,
Hell
great.
yeah.
Good thinking, Sam.
And then if we need it, I don't know, does it feel like cheating if I use the reality cannon?
There's no cheating in slug blasting.
What's that thing do?
It changes that I can sort of fuck around with what stuff really is, like the reality of it. I can change it, but I don't know. I really want to win this competition.
Maybe you can use the reality cannon to help us get the thing from the prismatic praetorians. Like can we like change like a rock or some shit into what we need, like one of those hyper screws or whatever they said.
Wow, that's like real cheating. That's not even playing by the rules. That's
Fuck
bold,
them. Fuck
Si.
Hardlight. Fuck all the
Yeah.
corporations. Let's ride.
Yeah.
But guys, then we don't get to see a Praetorian up close.
That's a good point.
I'm okay with that. Let's just get this done. We got to go work on my campaign, guys. Let's go.
Are we going to be involved in your campaign?
Well, I'm going to need help.
I'm busy.
You have constituents.
I have some policy notes that I'd like to discuss with you.
We can make some posters.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's just grind on this. Wait, kickflip over this thing, and then let's get out of here. Come on.
Which one's the front?
That is a question that Slugblasters have been asking themselves for years.
I think we take a moment where we look at it and I'll try to figure out the front, and then it just lasts a little bit too long because it kind of hypnotizes us, like the fractal patterns. We're just like, whoa.
It's kind of beautiful when you look at it.
What if we approach it from different places and try to kickflip at the same time?
Sick.
What if everybody does a different kickflip and we're kickflipping
Killer
over each
idea.
other and we're kickflipping over the Quantum Centipede?
Yeah, and then we'll be done faster.
Can the robot, Slinky?
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, Don Cheetle.
Yay!
Oh
Because
my god.
Cheetle is the powder from Cheetos.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
They call
That-
that has a name?
It's a corporate name, Cheetle. Yeah.
Ew. That's the grossest thing I think I've ever heard that has a name.
It's
And
a
I love
measure of how much flavoring is on something.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Is that your chip of choice?
Cheetos. There's just dust everywhere.
Yeah. Just always orange, yeah.
I want Don Cheadle to work the camera so we can all be in this video.
Oh, yeah.
I think I can do a thing. I'm going to use my repair tools to try to configure a little holster for Don Cheadle to hold the camera, and try to teach Don Cheadle how to press play at the right time. Oh, we can edit it in post. That's fine. I'm just going to press play, attach it to Don. I'm going to use those repair tools to make sure that this is looking good.
I'm going to say you can do that, no problem.
Amazing.
You guys doing this coordinated 5-part kickflip over a quantum centipede in multi-dimensional space before this thing realizes you and lashes out, while also having a Slinky Furby film it, is going to be a group roll.
Seems easy.
We're going to have one person rolling for it. All of you can add whatever you want to this.
Oh my god. We're adding crew stuff and personal stuff?
You guys can go nuts. I
hell
will
yeah.
say this will be the first time that your crew has been filmed together. This is the inaugural skate tape, the inaugural slug blasting tape of with 5 question marks.
Huh?
Real quick, gang. On 3. Everybody huddle up.
All right.
What?
Hands in.
Hands in?
Hands in.
Hands in.
Rashane, hands in.
Shane, that's you
okay.
too.
Yeah, I'm part of. Yeah.
All right. On 3.
What?
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
What was that?
Guys, I'm thinking maybe we should think of a different name, but it's for the competition.
No way.
we'll just
How's
do
so
it.
subversive?
I guess so.
Yeah, it makes people think.
It does. He's all right. We think, okay, everybody spread out, and then on the count of 6, we'll do our kickflip. Yeah?
Are we going different heights? Who's on bottom? Who's? Yeah. How are we doing that?
I'll go low.
I'll just do the top.
I'll go middle.
All right. I'll go second lowest.
All right, me and Si will high five halfway through.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to add 2d6. I'm going to add 1 boost from my character sheet and then 1 boost from my turbo from my kinetic deck. So I'm going to add 2d6 there.
I naturally already have 2d6 for every roll.
Dang.
I can just do
Hot
that.
roller.
I feel like you should roll for the group. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy to try.
I want to make sure I don't set too bad of a precedent here by letting you guys use too much. I'm going to say we start with 1d6. One person can use their specialty stuff. Everyone else has to use their like boost or kick.
Okay.
So we can't have like stacks of Ruby's specialty and Roshane's specialty and Siren's specialty.
Got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if we start with Ruby, we're starting with 2d6. Does anyone else want to add boost or kick? Keeping in mind you have some crew boost and kick you can use.
I want to add a personal boost. And can I add the boost from my deck also?
Yeah, sure. Let's go nuts.
I'll add a personal kick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll add a crew kick.
Nice.
Oh, this is riding on Ruby's.
And I'm going to add a personal boost.
All right, make sure you guys are marking off all this boost and kick because this is a one-time use for the run. Okay, so Ruby, I believe you started with 2d6. You got 1d6 from Siren, 1d6 from Summer, and then one crew kick from Roshane and one kick from Sammy. So you're rolling.
You got 2d6 for me because I added a personal one and from my board.
So you're rolling 5d6 and 2
Oh my
kick.
god.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Hell yeah.
hold on.
Don't
Yeah.
fuck this up, Jen. Don't
I know.
fuck this
I'm
up.
scared now.
You can
Okay.
do it.
I'm really scared now. Okay.
so
We're just
with
gonna roll.
wait, before you roll, I want to set the
wait.
stage. here.
Yes.
So we got 5d6. We've got a total of 2 kick. I believe one from Roshane, one from Sammy.
2 kick, baby.
So this is, you guys are taking this right. You're doing all the cool stuff. You're making the first trick that anyone ever sees of fucking epic. But that also means if it fails, it's going to be a fucking bummer. And
We're
you're
going to
doing
go
this,
viral.
Either way.
5 people jumping over a quantum centipede has never been done because no one would ever consider doing that. It's already dangerous enough one person because you can't really tell where this thing begins and ends. 5 people doing it, coordination is crazy. But if you nail it,
Oh, it's going to be fucking sick.
it's going to be fucking epic. Go ahead and roll and let us know the highest.
Oh my god. Oh hell yeah. All right, we got a 6.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Look at us go.
Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah, brother.
With 2 kick, this happens exactly as you guys want it. You guys
Yeah.
all coming from around this quantum centipede. This thing is writhing and wiggling in weird, non-numeric ways that are difficult to describe. They've been eluding mathematicians for years since they've been discovered. This thing is a horror with no terminus. It is a sine wave of hooked claws, okay? And all of you, in perfect unison, as only a crew can, kick, push, kick, push.
Okay, Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah.
Right?
Coast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit up Lupe and get the rights to the song.
Yeah.
Kick,
You guys are on a
push,
first name basis.
flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What bonus extra cool fucking thing of happenstance happens as this happened? What like crazy thing in the background or crazy weird moment happens that you guys did not anticipate but makes this trick look even fucking cooler?
Oh my god.
Oh,
As Summer and I are high-fiving, like it catches our like bracelets. The light of the suns catch our bracelets and like makes a perfect like question mark symbol, which is the sign of our group.
Hell yeah.
And it just like it kind of looks like a question mark.
There's like a spark that goes and the reflection, the flare looks like a question mark.
Yeah.
What you guys will only discover when you watch the tape back is that vague question mark signal, because of the quantum centipede and its weird interaction with magnetic reel-to-reel tape, gets stamped on that exact moment, so that as you guys are flying in perfect unison over this quantum centipede, a big question mark right in the middle just freeze frames the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you guys land and skate away this quantum centipede none the wiser.
Midnight Muscadines is a cozy, dark tabletop role-playing game where light and shadow intertwine in a fractured world. Players take on the roles of marmoteers, brave adventurers who journey into the untamed wilderness to collect the elusive Midnight Muscadines, craft magical jams, and protect the fragile light of Nim. Through collaborative storytelling and resourceful gameplay, players weave tales of courage, community, and the pursuit of balance. Will you preserve the light, uncover the truths hidden in the shadows, or reshape the balance of the world forever? Midnight Muscadines is perfect for fans of Studio Ghibli and Sea of Stars who seek to capture the magic of exploration and the heartfelt adventure in a world where small heroes make a big impact. Play Midnight Muscadines as a traditional GM'd game, GM-less, or even solo. Midnight Muscadines is crowdfunding now on BackerKit. Join the campaign at pandeongames.com/muscadines.
I'm Quinns of tabletop role-playing game review show Quinn's Quest, and this is Play to Find Out. Play to Find Out is an actual play podcast that brings notorious old games from the 80s and 90s back to the table. Each season of Play to Find Out, I'm joined by Emily Johnson and Rob Morgan.
Good? Nervous?
Yeah.
You both looked at each other really concerned, like you think what's about to happen is going to be unpleasant. And frankly, I think that's rude.
And together, we explore the TTRPGs of ages gone by. Our goal? To separate the TTRPGs that deserve to be remembered from those that maybe don't. I don't know, Emily. It was the 80s. A lot of people were on cocaine. We blow the dust from decrepit systems to learn how they work. Your 100 on the encounter table bursts out. Right, you've encountered a fog. Get ready. Don't laugh.
How does one get ready for a fog?
Don't laugh. Encounter their unique quirks.
I do finger guns to cover up how I wince.
A weird thing happens as you do finger guns.
Oh no.
And I'm hoping that the Quinn's Quest community will join us in exploring these games too. If you this up, cannot describe to you how much your adventure ends here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the best way to learn is to play to find out. Play to Find Out is available now on the Quinn's Quest Patreon, but the first episode of each series streams for free on the Quinn's Quest YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. Anyway, you failed the Earth Tech roll, and you made jokes while I was doing my exposition, so you don't get to hear any more.
Oh, no. Come on.
I was shook as...
Hey everyone, this is Brian, and I just want to tell you about a great one-shot actual play that we're releasing on May 12th over on My First Dungeon. It's for a new TTRPG called Mad as Hell, and it's sponsored by our good friends over at Soul Muppet Publishing. Mad as Hell is a new anti-capitalist demon hunting game where you play as radicals who fight the literal demons of capitalism. But what makes Mad as Hell different is that the demons you're fighting aren't just destroyed when you beat them. In order to destroy them forever and to stop them from coming back, your radicals will have to spend time in their communities making meaningful social change to correct the injustice that created that demon in the first place. So tune into My First Dungeon on May 12th to hear our one-shot of Mad as Hell. But in the meantime, Mad as Hell is currently crowdfunding over on Kickstarter. So head over there and consider backing the game and supporting some of our favorite people making some of our favorite games.
Do we get a crew style? We get to mark off a crew style.
I'm going to do a quick, I want to make sure you get all the stuff that you get from this. So let me double check. So yeah, let's call it one crew style.
Okay.
Since this was like a team effort.
As I say, I feel like beforehand, before we go to jump, Summer is using her passion for physics to explain to everyone in great detail. Okay, and then you're going to go at this exact angle, and because of the gravity in this area. However, if you hit a sun patch, it does change things because we're in the golden jungle. So remember that, and you got to add a little extra boost because the sun sort of drains the energy. And then we're going to do, and if you can, you're going to do a sort of centripetal force, that sort of a thing. I only just started reading about it in my textbook, but I think I have an understanding of it. And you're gonna flip harder.
Right.
Hey, Summer.
Yeah?
You ever think of being a chief of staff?
Chief Staff, what does that do?
We'll talk later.
All right. Sounds sort of corporate. I don't know if my parents will approve.
And I'm going to say, since you guys used 2 kick for that, let's go ahead and mark a second crew style.
Yeah.
Sick.
Did anyone say check it? Did we forget to
We
say
forgot
that?
to say check it.
Forgot to say check it.
Damn.
But you guys land, high five, skate away. Has anyone ever told you you should maybe be a chief of staff? Smash cut.
Guys, this is going to cut together so good. Good job, Don Cheadle.
Hell yeah.
Do you make a noise?
It slowly blinks at you.
That's disturbing.
hate that.
just little blink, blink.
Yeah. The audible eyeball, the eyelids.
Audible eyeballs.
Yeah, you can really hear those blinks. It's a bummer.
Excited to hear the sound design of that later, Brad.
Yeah, me too. Sammy, since you are the one who knows best the Golden Jungle because your brother has told you a bunch of stuff, can you do me a favor and roll an action roll to try to get to the best psionic crocodile spot?
Ooh, okay. I think I'll just roll straight. Whoa, you little monster. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We mark off our progress track.
Oh yes, you guys kickflicked over Quantum Centipede and you used some boost. I'm gonna go ahead and mark off 2.
Ooh.
That is, you have a B and you have an L.
How's a 3 to you?
Ooh.
A 3 is a failure.
Sammy, Elliot.
Oh.
Fuck you, dude.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I regret that.
Sammy, your brother has told you a whole bunch about the Golden Jungle, or you've learned from him through osmosis. He's always talking about slug blasting. He's part of the very anti-establishment slug blasting crew known as Null Range, which used to be styled as a 0, like null, and then RANG. So all their outfits are orange and very fruit based. A lot of slug blasting slang and apparel is very fruit based because if someone is prone to peeling back, getting ripped out of a multidimensional space, they're called a banana because they're easy to peel. And if they're tough against it, they're called a lime. A lot of produce-based jokes made in slug blasting.
I love it.
Oh, I like it.
I'm glad I know that now.
Your brother has told you all the stuff. You have a pretty detailed map based on innuendo and hearsay that he has told you. And you very quickly find a long section of the river very near the chasm, which is this massive, almost Grand Canyon-esque gorge that Slugblasters have long dreamed of jumping. And near the edge of this thing, there is a series of actually 2 psionic crocodiles lined up kind of in parallel but slightly off axis. So it's one, then a foot to the left is another one, that are lined up perfectly to grind and then jump to grind on the next one. Not only have you found a good spot, you found an amazing lineup of things that'll make it even cooler. And the moment you see it and turn around, you see blasting out of the jungle your brother and the other members of Null Range taking the jump, hitting it, grinding on the backs of both these psionic crocodiles, and the psionic crocodiles starting to go nuts. Your brother turns back, flicks his hair at you, pulls off his sunglasses, and goes, "Nice try, bro," and skates off into the jungle.
Fucking Rusty!
Hey, Rusty.
Fuck.
I like elbow Ruby because she's I'm close your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
How old is Rusty?
Elliot, you tell me, Sammy, how old is
I think
Rusty?
Rusty's probably a senior. I think if we're freshman and sophomore kind of age, I think he's probably a senior.
There's nothing hotter than a senior.
Nothing hotter than a senior.
Rube's into it.
Siren gets flustered.
Null Range is one of the OG crews. It is super anti-establishment. They hate groups like Doorways that are trying to do slug blasting safety, and they hate groups like Dara who are trying to control stuff. And honestly, Sammy, you've gotten the distinct impression that your brother doesn't particularly like because you guys you guys haven't taken any like big stances. Like you're not anti-establishment. You haven't taken any like big moves. How does that make Sammy feel as you see your brother riding off into the sunset with your fucking trick?
I think Sammy, like, he can't help but like be kind of happy that his brother's pulling off this cool trick. Like there is a part of him that's like, oh, that looks so fucking sick. But then he kind of looks around at his group and how they're like still kind of disorganized. Like, you know, we're still finding our way. Catches sight of Capital in Rashane's
Rashane's
pocket,
like reading right
and
now.
It's like, oh man.
Hey, Sammy.
Yeah, Ruby.
You hear like kind of a quick potato chip like bag rustle, and she just like hands you a friendship bracelet.
Oh.
Made this for you.
Oh my god.
And then she walks away.
That's so nice.
Sammy, since you rolled a failure,
Oh yeah.
you also have to take a slam.
I've heard of those.
Slam.
That slam, as the potato chip bag wrinkles, is spotted. And you see these psionic crocodiles looking up towards your brother immediately swivel their heads on axis and turn towards your crew.
Whoa.
Oh shit,
I
guys.
think the crocodiles have seen us.
12 o'clock crocodiles. We're gonna have, this grind is gonna be a little more active than we might have planned.
We're still gonna do it here?
Huh?
We gotta do it for the competition.
Yeah, it's the fastest way to get this done.
Rashane,
Yeah.
live in the moment, man.
What?
Live in the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's go do it.
Oh, man.
I'm helping you.
You are all living in the moment right now because psionic crocodiles are very fast in water, surprisingly fast on land as well. And you see the psionic crocodiles racing towards you. You know that these things not only feed on, flesh and stuff, but also on synapses and brain waves, preying on anything intelligent and sensing intelligences around them.
Yeah, but here's the
yeah.
thing, Brian. I'm going to use my reality cannon, and I'm going to use my concept inverter mod, which is roll to invert a target's adjective. Something dry might turn wet, for example. Something fast might turn slow.
Boom.
Nice.
So you're trying to invert fast to slow?
Yes.
Hell yes. What does your mod say? Do you have to make a roll for this?
It says roll to invert a target's adjective. Adjectives are relative to yourself. As always, substantial or dramatic results, so like living to dead, may require kick or multiple rolls. I don't think this is that substantial, so I don't think I have to add
Well,
kick.
actually, I'm going to say there are 2 psionic crocodiles, so if you want to hit both, you need to use 1 kick.
All right. I'll hit a kick.
Hell yeah, go ahead and roll.
All right.
Are you just rolling 1d6?
How do I add more? I guess I could use 1 turbo to add a boost to my reality cannon as well. All right, cool. So I'm going to roll.
Make sure you're checking all these off.
I
No
am.
bonuses from anybody.
All right, I'm going to roll 2d6 using 1 turbo on my reality cannon to do concept inverter to go from fast to slow.
You got it.
All right, that's a 5 and a 2.
5 and a 2. 5 is a success with a problem. So go ahead and immediately mark 1 trouble. And I'm going to say because you kicked, go ahead and mark 2 trouble.
All right.
Whoa,
And then I
that's
get
fucked up.
1 style. I guess, was that a trick you tried with a creative approach?
No.
All right. I was using my gun in a pretty straightforward way, so
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
pretty
not.
straightforward
This
gun
is just
usage,
really
yeah.
what it was designed to do. Okay.
Yeah, as you hit this gun, it is essentially a flashlight that is attached to this, it's just a regular ass flashlight that is attached to this crazy mechanism. As light shines through a Cramshon crystal, you see a new color that has never existed in the world before blast out of this cannon and splits at a certain point, hitting both of these psionic crocodiles. You see them begin to move slow. And you see them like caught in essentially a slow motion thing. And like physics and gravity around them are changing with that motion. However, you see on the side of your reality cannon a button that you've never really noticed before all of a sudden pops out and it goes tick 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 and you see a like 30-second timer before this effect is going to run on.
All right, somebody's got to do it
shit.
real quick. I got the camera ready.
Oh, I'm rushing in there.
Go, Rashane, go.
Rashane, I'd like to skate. I'd like to like look at you and like both nod and like we both go for either one of the crocodiles.
Yeah, let's double team it.
And I want to use my grappling hook to shoot up into the trees, into the canopy, and like drop down onto the back of the crocodile.
Hell yeah.
Also,
Nice.
From that.
You see that the tail of the crocodile has gone up almost vertical, so you grappling hook up so that you can drop down onto like almost a half pipe of a grind.
Yeah, I want to like grind
Sick.
it like that. And I say
That's
check
awesome.
it. Can I say rip it instead of check it?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to say rip it.
Can we all get our own catchphrase that we'll come up with
This
at
is our
some point?
homebrew, yeah.
This is my homebrew rule.
If anyone says let it rip, though, we all have to stop what we're doing
Stop
and watch an
Beyblade.
episode of Beyblade.
Yeah,
To break
Beyblade.
out our Beyblades.
Roshane and Siren, I'm going to have you both roll separate rolls for this.
Cool. Can I take out my portable speaker and be like, this always gets me hyped? And I start playing the audiobook for Misbehaving by Richard Thaler.
Early in my teaching career,
Yeah,
she inadvertently did most of
It's in like the middle of a
microeconomics class.
Yeah.
And for once, it had
You
nothing
do
to
you,
do with
Roshane.
anything I said in
Thanks,
class.
guys. And then can I also use Double Dare again? So I'm rolling.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
You're rolling
Sick.
2d6, taking double the worst if you mess it up.
Yeah. So I'll roll 3d6 and then I'll add a boost to this. So I don't want to fuck this up.
So you're rolling how many d6?
4d6.
Insane. Yep.
And then I'll say,
I'm so excited for the moment when you guys realize that you've run out of boost and kick.
Yeah,
You shut the
right?
fuck
Wait,
up.
what do we do to get it back? Wait, you can answer that
Yeah.
later.
You
Downtime.
don't get it back.
You
Ever?
don't until the next
No,
session.
you get it
or
back
until the next
for the
run.
next run.
yeah.
It's only per run, yeah.
And then I'm going to go, check it.
And then, Siren, what are you doing for your roll?
Okay, I'm going to add a kick from my kinetic deck. And I only have one boost left on my deck in my character sheet. So I think I'm just going to add the kick here and just
Okay.
like hope for the best.
I have 4 trouble marked. This is crazy.
Have you also, Rashane, you
Whoa.
mark 2 trouble. You mark 2 trouble automatically when you use Double Dare.
Yeah.
Okay, you already
So
did.
I
Oh my
have, I already
God.
have 4 because I used it previously.
I will remind you, trouble and style are the things that you will spend in downtime to purchase like arc beats and be able to do stuff. So rack up those numbers while you can on runs.
Oh,
Cool.
man.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so adding kick does just like ups the ante kind of, right?
Ups the ante, makes your rewards bigger and your failures harder.
Tight. Okay, let's do it.
And Brian, would you say this portable speaker would give me an advantage because this is what is hyping me up so I can roll an extra d6?
Absolutely not.
You're such a
Teacher.
You're rolling
gotta
how
try,
many
folks.
D6 right now?
You gotta try. All right, calm down.
Listen,
I heard you in the
love-
wild seed.
I
You of all
love
people
Brian
can't
getting
knock
this
the
energy.
hustle.
Yeah.
I will never knock the hustle. But I will absolutely slap down you using an audiobook for an automatic D6.
But it's what I like.
No. I know a bad deal when I see one.
Oh, man.
Rashane and Siren, go ahead and roll your action rolls.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, I'm going to roll with this dice. I don't know. Okay. I got a 4.
I got 2 5s, a 2, and a 1.
Okay, so that is a success for both of you, but with a complication. Both of you immediately mark 1 trouble.
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to say because you guys use kick, go ahead and mark 2 trouble.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
dude, what? I succeeded. What do you mean that's 2 trouble?
Go.
Hey,
Brian.
you're using kick. You're using
Brian,
You're
I didn't
making
use
it
kick. I didn't
bigger.
use any kick. I used a boost.
Oh, if you didn't use kick, no second one. Only if you use kick.
Oh, hell yeah.
I used kick. I kicked it.
But Mom!
It's Mama's favorite board, dude.
Leaning into teen angst.
Oh, and I get a style for saying check it, right?
You do get a style for saying check it.
Hell yeah.
And succeeding on a trick. Because you guys succeeded, I'm going to mark off just 1 letter on blast. So you guys now have BLAS on this 5-part track.
Woo! That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's
It's pretty good. However, there is a problem. because both of you rolled only a 4 or 5. That means you guys are both going to hit with a problem. And I think it's time to hit you guys with some slams. I want to get some slams on your tracks.
Oh my God. Grow
like
up, Brian.
slams.
Grow up.
Slams are good for my character. Because because I have the walk it off trait, I get 1 extra slam box and I mark 1 style every time I take a slam.
Oh,
Hell
damn.
yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I think both of you are going to take the slam.
Best friends for life.
Best friends for life. Hey, Sammy.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what slam happens to Roshane and Siren?
Ooh.
And I'm gonna be clear. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna ask you guys to give each other slams. I want to be very clear. If you don't give a slam that I think is sufficient, the person who is offering up the slam will take a trouble.
I love this.
Wow.
I'm just gonna get
okay.
weird. I'm gonna do a weird little fun home rule.
I
like it. I think that as they are mid crocodile, both crocodiles turn and look at the respective person, and they get like a slight psionic hypnosis slam.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Let's call it.
Best friends for life.
They're like in a trance.
Let's call it. You know what? You slowed the psionic crocodiles. Both of you get hit with the psionic blast. Both of you have the slam slowed.
Oh.
That's
The unintended
terrible.
consequences of my actions. Oh no.
It's rippling out. So both of you mark the slam slow. If you want to nope that slam, you can take 2 trouble and tell me how you get out of it.
I'm not playing this trouble game with you.
You know what? I am gonna nope it. I'm gonna take okay, so I won't get the style point, but I will take 2 trouble. And I'm gonna use I see the crocodile's head start to turn, but I still have my grappling gun like in my hand. And I'm just gonna like sloop it up really fast and like after the grind, like get out of the way of the psionic gaze.
Tarzan
Just
your
real
way out of
quick.
there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You dive in holding on to your grappling hook the whole time, almost like giving you this parabolic loop of you do the grind while still holding and then zip yourself back up out of the way of the psionic blast.
Can you nope other people's slams?
You can, but then you take the trouble.
I would like to nope Shane's slam.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's a very good friend, right?
Tell me how
there.
you're noping that.
I would like to. I guess I should roll if I'm using the hard light upscaling on my jacket. Yeah. But I want to make a hard light lasso and lasso Roshane off the crocodile so that he doesn't get so that he gets pulled out of the slow.
Aw.
Yeah, go ahead. Because you're using a thing. I don't want to punish you just for using a thing and doing an extra cool thing. Go ahead and roll a d6.
I'll still take the 2 trouble.
You'll still take the 2 trouble. You will take a 3rd trouble if you fail.
Okay, that's a 4.
Okay, so you succeed. I'm not going to give you a problem with this.
Okay.
Because you already took 2 trouble for the buddy slam. You pull Roshane back into you, and both of the crocodile's gazes blast off in opposite directions and stun a couple of errant metaterrestrial squirrels in the trees.
They're so cute.
Thanks, Sammy.
Yeah, no problem.
Meanwhile, Ruby is breaking into another chip bag, but you catch her reaction to everything on camera. She's like, ah! She's got chips falling out of her mouth. And then, like, it's like look of horror and then celebration with chips, like, everywhere.
We have our camera set up so that it's outward facing, but it's also selfie mode, and I can't figure out how to turn off one at a time, so you're just always capturing both.
Yes, I love it.
It's gonna become our signature style.
It makes for great fucking tape.
Yeah.
And also, if you play it to the right player, you might be able to see all of them at once. If you get like a 4-dimensional tape deck, that might kind of work.
Might be.
Ooh.
Something for next time.
Yeah.
You guys still have these crocodiles behind you, and Summer, you hear the timer on your reality cannon. Tick, 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 ding! And the psionic crocodiles begin to move.
We gotta get out of here, guys!
Oh, dip!
Crocodile Dundee over here!
Smash cut. Where are you guys heading next? Sammy, you know roughly where the prismatic praetorians are to get this component that you need as the last part of this scavenger hunt. But you also have you've got some time left. You guys have made decent time, and you want to make this tape as cool as possible because it's a scavenger hunt, but also like you got to make the coolest fucking tape.
So I'm thinking, guys, we should get like some travel through the jungle footage on our way to the Praetorians.
I like some filler stuff.
Yeah, some filler, some B-roll that we can cut to.
All right, yeah.
Sick.
We could do that.
Yeah.
I want to make you roll for it.
Yes.
No.
Sammy, go ahead and roll me an action roll and this is like all the filler, everything that's in between the coolest parts of your tape.
Cool. I am going to personal boost this to like kind of lead a formation of us through the jungle.
Yeah,
Sick.
100%.
That's a 4.
There you go.
Hell yeah. So Mark 1 trouble.
You bet I will.
You do succeed. Here's the problem that comes up is that as you are kicking and pushing through this jungle, you're getting that cool, just like random shots of B-roll. The thing that you realize all too late is that you have not been alone in this footage.
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute.
As you get towards the end, Sammy, you recognize this more than anyone. You see a flash of light that almost like stays behind, like it kind of like is burned into your retina for a moment that you know comes from laser blades. As you see 1, 2, 3 members of the skate crew BRB. These are some cool ass competitive laser bladers. They're like always on the leaderboards. They're the ones when people talk about slug blasting as being like an Olympic event. These are the guys they're talking about. They are Whiplash, Bez, and K-Jump. And they are everything
Whiplash.
that your brother hates. They are about as establishment as you can get. They're trying to make this thing like legit. Your brother and Null Range think it should remain like indie and cool and zine culture.
Can you repeat their names?
Their names are Whiplash, Bez, and K-Jump.
Cool fucking names, first of
I
all.
hate that. I love them.
I think BRB, when Sammy first heard about slug blasting from his brother, was like the crew he wanted to get on. Like that's why he's a laser blader rather than a hoverboarder. So he is starstruck immediately.
You realize that in your wake this entire time, BRB has been in the background of your fucking footage doing cool ass tricks and flashing like BRB skater logos.
Oh, fuck.
They are, what you love about them is that they are not gimmicky. They don't do like crazy stuff. They are like surgically precise. So all of their moves through the jungle are like perfectly coordinated. Honestly, like the kickflip of the Quantum Centipede that you guys did was for you the closest that you've gotten to BRB levels of like synchronization and just general fucking coolness.
Oh, Summer, you can stop recording. It's not really our footage anymore.
Shit. Maybe I can fix it in post. I don't know. Maybe add like a cool effect over it.
We're still in it. We're still doing cool stuff in it.
Yeah, maybe we can cut around them.
You see Whiplash
I
slides
love
over
them.
to you, Sammy, and goes, "Hey man, sorry. It's like, everything's a competition. You know what I mean?"
Oh, no. All good, man. All good. No.
What
yeah,
do you mean,
do you.
Sammy? It's not good.
Yeah. You guys are fucking up our footage.
Yeah.
You see they all kind of like chuckle themselves like, I gotta say, I think we're probably making your footage better if you ask me. But you think we could actually get some of that? We might use it in our tape.
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck you. I'm ready to fight these guys.
Yeah, where are the fight mechanics in this game?
I'm ready to fucking... I have a knife in my board.
The fight mechanics in this game are slug blasting.
Sick.
No, man, that's our footage. But cool riding with you. We'll see you at the Praetorians, I guess.
No, Sammy, don't tell him where we're going.
Oh, you guys are hitting up the Praetorians. Yeah, we were just heading there ourselves. We're gonna be kind of all over it, so we might be there for a little bit. But we'll see it once we're done with it. We'll hit you up, and so you can jump on. Okay?
I hate that they're so nice.
We gotta. I
Yeah.
feel like we gotta beat them to the Praetorians now.
We gotta go real fast.
Actually,
guys.
Whiplash,
Yeah. What's up?
I heard the Praetorians are not at the old growth tree this season. I think they're down at the bottom of the gorge.
You tell me those things got up and moved?
I'm trying to lie to this guy. Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an action roll.
I think this is deeply uncomfortable for Sammy, but he's trying to help his friends out.
Sammy, do it.
Oh, that's a 6.
Yay!
Whiplash looks over at Bez. Bez is this like very like diminutive, very small girl who has a beanie with big noise canceling headphones on over top of the beanie, and she's clearly just like jamming to something. And it's you see her like almost like calculating routes through this whole area. And Whiplash goes over to her and like pulls the headphones off you and goes, Bez, what are you doing? Like, I thought you told us the old growth tree. We're already making our way there. We got to cut this whole other thing out. Now we're not going to be able to do that double 1080 over top of the gorge like we were thinking of doing. Oh, hey, sorry, man. Yeah, let's, you know what? I must not have known. Let's make our way. You said this way?
Yeah. We missed the quantum centipede, so we gotta head back this way to redo the quantum centipede, and yeah, the Praetorians are that way.
Oh yeah, the quantum centipede is a doozy, but have fun with it, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. Good to meet you.
They go off. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to figure out that this was a lie at some point.
Oh yeah.
Your reputation has gone down in the eyes of BRB. So you were at 0. You are now at -1.
Well, they ruined our tape.
My new goal is like these guys are so as the grit, I want to be the best, and I like spend all my time practicing like slug blasting is life, and these guys are like the most famous kind of legit ones in our sphere, and I absolutely burn with envy anytime I see them, and like now I'm like dedicated to taking them down.
Nice.
And convincing Sammy that he's better than they'll ever be.
Yeah, I guess.
You see these guys skate away decked out in full Scramcat apparel, like their official sponsor, well organized. They're just looking perfect going through this jungle, off to an incorrect destination.
Can I ask you a question, Brian?
Yeah.
With the like spending style and stuff, is that after, like, is that only in downtime, or can we do this like now?
Generally, that's only in downtime.
Okay,
if you have a special super fun thing, maybe I'll let you sneak in one.
No, I think I was just reading the whole like the exclusive trait thing where you can like use like swagger to trash talk a rival in a scene, and then you get +1 trait. But we can do that later.
Yeah, that'll be downtime stuff. That'll be more like
okay,
scenes.
Cool. That makes sense.
Does anyone know a shortcut?
Oh, I do have, I don't know if this would be relevant, but I do have I have multiversal maps in my gear.
Maybe if we combine that with my reality gun, we can sort of jump ahead, and then we don't have to travel it.
Oh.
You want to shoot us with the gun?
Yeah, instead of being far away, we're close.
Wait, what about you just shoot my multiversal map to make it like a local map? One of my maps to make it like a local map.
That's fucking sick. I love that.
I think that's maybe more realistic than shooting all of us and hoping we jump through time somehow. That sounds risky even to me.
You know, you're right. I was getting really excited. I'm really jazzed about this competition.
Summer, as the smarts, you're always looking at the biggest fucking play. You're looking at what does this look like 10 years down the line? Yeah. Unfortunately, you're not 10 years down the line.
No.
But Siren's idea is a good one. You pull out this multiversal map. If you want to blast with your reality cannon, go ahead and roll me an action roll.
I do, and oh man, oh no, I feel like I need the boost for later. I'm scared. I always save my resources. I'm gonna go big.
Yeah, do it.
Using a turbo. Oh no. A 5 and a 6.
Yeah.
And because I was creative with my literal thinking, I think I get a style point.
Yeah, for sure.
I will absolutely give you a style point.
Nice.
Good looking out. Work those character sheets, baby. Work them. Absolutely. You blast this multiversal map, and it becomes a hyper-specific... I'm going to say you got a 6. It is a hyper-specific local map of this plane. Yeah. And not only that, it will, for the rest of the campaign, act as a local map for whatever world you are in.
Is it like the Marauders map? where we could see where the BRB crew is and like all the other people who we have met or know.
It 100% is like a pseudo heads-up display but you only see them out to a certain spot. Like, you're not getting mega information about the whole map, but like immediate friends and immediate people you've met, you see them going.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
You guys see BRB making their way off to... Really, actually, you've accidentally sent them off to Math Panther territory, so we'll see how they do
I'm
in
sorry,
the
did
future.
you say Math Panther?
Yeah, don't worry about it. And
Summer's excited.
and we smash cut to the last fields, the final fields of this ancient battle, where the last of the prismatic praetorians lay fallen and fallow. All of these massive mechs are like essentially destroyed, and portions of them are like sitting on the ground and stuff. Many of them are crumbling to absolute bits. The one that's not has a sword like stamped into the soil. The sword itself is like 60 feet long, and there's clearly like 10 feet of it in the ground. It is obsidian Vanta black sword, still sharp after all these years, and also an absolute slug blasting dream grind.
Yeah.
You see that this prismatic praetorian is probably the only one here that has some of these components that you'd be looking for. And actually, you know what? I'm going to say because of this 6, you guys get here before your brother and the rest of Null Range.
Oh, fuck
Hell
yeah.
Nice, those fools.
What is it that we're looking for again?
A capacitor.
You are looking for either a psionic capacitor or an isodecahedric reflux coil.
The isodecahedric reflux coil, of course.
Does our map show like POIs, like points of interest, where they might be, or like treasure maps?
You know what? Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
What was it? What is Nathan's trait from Die? Roll for narrative significance.
Narrative significance.
Oh yeah.
Narrative significance, absolutely. Yeah, it does have a blinking like pylon icon that is up in the head of this thing, which is about 50 feet off the ground.
Sick.
This is like a trek or a climb to get up to this thing.
Or several grappling hook boosts.
Or several grappling hook boosts.
How
Yeah.
far does Don Cheadle stretch?
Oh, like a standard slinky would. So maybe like
Oh, so not like 60 feet.
no.
Jen, you could have had it all.
I don't know.
Let's
No, I like
grappling hook up there, and then
You want to race up the sword?
Yeah, and then I have. Do we need to all get up there? Is that important?
Not necessarily. You just have to retrieve one of these 2 components.
As long as we're getting it on tape, I don't think we need to all be there.
Yeah. They're in different places, right?
You only need
Or
one
are
of
they-
them.
I only need one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both. It's kind of like a left and right shoulder thing.
Let's grappling hook up there. You take one shoulder, and I'll take the other shoulder.
Yeah, Ruby's
Up
gonna
the
go.
sword?
What if we got both?
Yeah, Ruby's gonna go.
Yeah,
Think
let's get
we
both.
yeah.
Okay,
get
sick.
bonus points if we get both.
Well, I can grappling hook up, and then I have something everyone else forgot, which is maybe just rope, and like we could just like rope with a bunch of knots in it, so we can just climb up.
You're so smart. I never think to bring that kind of stuff.
Analog, baby.
If my rig runs a gravity beam, would that help us defy gravity to just float up there?
Probably.
If you just aim it at the ground, you should just be able to like zoop up there.
You could certainly try.
Ooh, threatening.
Does someone want to get shot by my gravity beam?
Yeah, you could shoot me.
Yeah, Ruby's taking the rope.
All right, yeah, you sure, Sammy?
Yeah, come on, Roshane. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll shoot you with the gravity beam.
Not the face.
Okay, the toes?
Not the toes.
Wait, the
right in the chest.
peanut? Okay, the chest.
Okay.
Do I roll just 1d6 for this, Brian?
So yeah, you will roll an action roll. So start with 1d6, and you can add anything to it you like.
Cool. And could I use a dare? You take 1 bite. I'll get another d6 to this roll.
Yeah, sure. And we haven't done much bite yet, but bite is just something I can throw in your guys' face later.
Oh, cool. Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
Okay, so 2d6. I hope this works. Okay, I got a 6 and a 2.
Nice.
Man, you guys are getting
Nice.
too
Fuck,
easy.
I didn't say check it. Fuck.
You blast Sammy with this gravity gun. Rashane, just real quick, have you tried this particular method before?
No.
It works surprisingly well.
We can do this all of the time now.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the precedents I'm setting, but we'll worry about that later.
We'll just go to a reality where there is no gravity and it'll be fine.
Exactly.
No, but
that's
it's
the hack.
It's fine because I have a gravity projector, so then I can project gravity onto that world, and then we do this.
What did you guys collude?
No.
Oh, but I still get a style for getting a 6, right?
You do get a style for getting a 6. Keep me honest about that.
Hell yeah.
You blast Sammy, and Sammy, you feel all of a sudden the gravity almost like goes up to your shoulders. It's not the nicest feeling in the world, but you do feel yourself starting to invert and then all of a sudden move upwards towards the top. I'm going to say because this was a 6, you initially thought to jump at slight of an angle, so you weren't just going straight up and had to figure out how to get over.
Right.
I think that would have been the problem had you hit it. So you start moving over towards the upper echelon of the left shoulder.
I think I say check it, and I start doing like a spin, like I activate one of my roller or my laser blades and get myself going in like a spiral, almost like an ice skater as I fly towards the head.
Yeah, roll an action roll.
You bet I will.
Summer's really pushing the limits of the zoom feature on the camera to get this from the ground.
Oh, that's a 1.
Oh, no. So...
And you said check it. Oh, no.
And I said check it.
So go ahead and mark 1 trouble.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
I'm going to give you a choice, Sammy. 'Cause I think you we're getting towards the end of the run. And so I'm going to give you either, and you can pick. You see out in the corner of your eye a metallic orb that has a camera on it, and you hear a zzz of a servo zooming in on you, and all of a sudden out in the distance you hear a whoop whoop, and off in the distance you see Dara has a number of rescue agents acting as safety monitors for slug blasting. Dara, they are a particle physics lab who is studying slug blasting and specifically studying the multiverse, but are also acting as kind of a safety patrol for Slugblasters, or in some people's mind, interdimensional cops.
It's the feds.
You blast yourself and begin to spin out, not towards anything you can grab onto, but into open space. You can either take the slam untethered, or you can get rescued by the Dara agents, which any Slugblaster will tell you is lame as fuck.
And the orb is the Dara agents?
No, the orb is like surveillance equipment that Dara has put out throughout the multiverse. And you see like agents wearing jetpacks heading your way.
I have a third option for you.
Yeah.
We can use our link patch duo. You have one, and I have one. And it allows us to swap places. And it also allows us to communicate telepathically, but only with emojis.
Whoa.
Amazing.
I can't wait to sound design different emojis.
Oh, that's so good. I really, let's do that. Like, that's a great idea. I send you just the like hands on side of face scared emoji through the link patch.
Oh no! All right, I'm going to activate my link patch duo, and I'm going to switch places, and then I'm going to try to use my gravity projector to like bounce, so that I'm not tethering off into space, to bounce me back to a controlled environment.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You immediately switch places. Sammy, you find yourself on the ground. Summer, you find yourself untethered and floating into space. Summer, because you're doing this, and because we hadn't resolved whether or not Sammy would take a slam or get rescued by the Dara agents, this is going to be double or nothing.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you will take a super slam, which is harder to get rid of
Okay.
if you fail this roll.
Yeah, but I can't do that to my Sammy, so I don't think Dare is that bad if we're honest.
Any booster kick?
Gotta add a boost, but kick feels dangerous.
Take a dare. Take a dare.
Ooh, I could do a dare.
Could I add a boost and say Summer is wearing my jacket when we switch places, and I give Summer a boost from the jacket?
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe not always, but
No, I think it's really funny if every time we switch, you end up in my Hawaiian shirt and I end up in your jacket. Patches stay where they are.
It's just the top layer.
Yeah,
it's just the top layer.
That's
we don't have to
amazing.
go all the way, but just
That's
the top
amazing.
layer.
Funny.
Does Summer have a favorite song?
Oh, no, just the click clacking of a abacus.
I play my abacus noises on my portable speaker.
It just speaks to me.
Okay, how many d6 are you rolling?
So
And what
I'm
kick are you
rolling one extra for boost. I'm adding a boost, and then one extra for Sammy giving me a boost as well.
using? Hell yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to say check it? Are you going to say check it?
it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No!
No.
It's a trio of threes.
Oh,
And you said check it!
And a super
Wait,
slam
Brian,
was already
does
on.
she get an extra d6 because I'm playing abacus noises?
Under no circumstances.
You got to shoot. Shooter's got to shoot.
But I do get one style point because even when I fail, I get style.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was creative.
I'm going to have you take a trouble for this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And also, you are taking the Super Slam super untethered.
Oh no.
No.
How does a super slam work?
To remove the slams, you have to remove both the modifier and the slam itself. So you will likely have untethered remain with you during our downtime activities.
No, no.
Oh.
So I
no.
accidentally put my gravity projector in the wrong direction because it's hard to tell where you're going when you're spinning around like this. And it just makes things infinitely worse.
In the meantime, Ruby, you make it to the top with your...
I'm using regular
Yeah.
rope.
you're using regular... I'm going to say you can climb with regular rope without a check.
Yeah. Just regular rope.
You guys, moving slow, you make it to the top. You have the map. You've done all the things to find these things. You find these two components. The fifth dimensional psionic capacitor is almost impossible for you to see because it has these extra dimensions to it, but it kind of looks like a large light bulb that's also both flat and on fire. It's hard to describe in three-dimensional space.
Whoa.
But you can hold it. There's nothing dangerous about it, but it's just this crazy, wacky-looking thing. And Siren, you find this isodecahedric reflux coil, which is like a D20 if it was also a coil.
Sick.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
Summer's super jealous.
What noise does it make?
The shape of it, like looking at the crazy like geometries of this sort of eldritch D20, it makes something click in my brain, and I like come up with a new trick. That's like a different way to twist. Like if you twist your body like this and the board like this, then yeah.
Siren's head just does a full 360.
Whoa.
Nice.
So I'm going to go ahead and mark off the S of Blast as you guys have gathered this final piece of the scavenger hunt that you need. The last thing you need is the T. And this is going to be you guys getting out of here and delivering this thing within the allotted time. You guys were pretty ahead, but now you've got to deal with summer bogs floating up out into the distance. And off in the distance, Sammy, you see flashes of orange as your brother and the other members of Null Range arrive on the scene, ready to ruin all of the great tricks that you already have planned for this space. You see your brother and the members of Null Range come out here and begin to skate the fuck out of this last prismatic Praetorian, getting crazy combo moves and lines all over the place, making you guys look like absolute chumps in the background, just standing. They specifically get Summer off in the distance, like floating away in the background of their tricks as like a slam to as a crew.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Oh, damn. Rashane's just going to go to Sammy and go, "Hey, Sammy, do you know if your brother's a registered voter?"
Jesus.
Rashane, my brother doesn't believe in voting.
Okay.
I tried to tell him that that's not really productive, but
You just hear in the background,
Yeah, anarchy. Yeah, yeah.
It's not a cogent theory.
So, Brian, we have to go back to the basically start, like return all these stuff, right? That's the last thing we have to do.
you have to get back to Null. There's nothing to say that there isn't another portal. If you guys want to look for a different portal, there's a roll you can make for that.
Don't worry about me.
Ruby's up on the shoulder and holding the orb, but she still has her other hand on the rope. So I think what she's going to try to do is swing to save Summer.
Yeah.
nice.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make an action roll for me. I'm also going to say, you guys took both of these components. As you guys look around, there aren't any other components there. You guys have the last two of these things. You guys weren't the first here, but it seems like you're the last ones to get proper components. Null Range does not have them yet. They're wasting time doing tricks, but you see one of the members of Null Range walking up and about to find out. You may have a chase on your hands momentarily.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Before she launches off, she goes, check it. And
Sorry, your mouth was full. I couldn't understand. What'd you say?
It's just chip bag sounds. All right, we're going to roll 2d6. This is very exciting. Let's see. We got a 4 and a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'll take the 5.
On one of these shoulders, you need to pick up speed to get out as far as Summer is. And the only way to do that, the only ramp that will allow you to do that, is the massive Obsidian Vanta Black Nega Friction Sword. And you begin to jump off and slide down it. You only make it about a third of the way down this massive fucking sword before the rope tautens and you fly up at a pretty concerning centripetal angle and grab onto Summer.
Oh, hi, Ruby.
Hey.
Hey, Ruru.
I'm gonna, you do get a slam here, and I'm gonna say the slam is, I'm gonna put the slam as gravity. You had thought about how to get up to Summer and grab onto her, and all of a sudden you realize that you are swinging back down, ready to slam into this thing. Are you taking the slam, or are you gonna nope it?
We're gonna take the slam.
You take the slam.
Can I nope it?
You can nope it, sure.
Unless you want to take it.
No, you can nope it. That sounds great.
I'd like the jacket to parachute them to nope the slam.
Nice.
Yeah.
And while we're going down, have you ever seen those little helicopter things you can make out of paper and a penny?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. We're on my hoverboard that is spinning delicately like a flower petal.
Oh.
Going down.
That's so great. This jacket, the photonic jacket, for a moment goes on the fritz and projects a hard light canopy above you that starts to slow your fall. And then as you do, you twist your board up at a slight angle and begin to spin rapidly down towards the ground. You're going to come out of this very, very dizzy and very disoriented, but safe. Sammy, you're taking 2 more trouble for taking that nope.
Thank you.
I feel sort of sick.
You're alive though, right?
I am, but man, am I dizzy.
From the top of the Prismatic Praetorian, you hear Delaney, who's one of the crew of Null Range, shout out, "Hey! It looks like they got the last of these components!" Sammy, your brother turns to you and goes, "Hey, Sammy, I'm gonna need one of those components you got there."
No!
Let's go. Come on.
Eat it, trash.
Register to vote. Maybe we'll give one to you.
Ruby starts pushing.
Yeah. We start booking it.
Rashane's like, "Guys, I think I have an idea." So the mod on my backpack is a chaos vent.
Sick.
What does that do?
So I can mark 1 turbo to turn your bag into a one-way portal to a randomly selected world. The bag goes with you. But what if Summer shot it with her reality cannon? And then could it send us to Null directly?
Ooh.
To a specific, instead of randomly selected, to a specific.
Yes, a
selected?
specific
Specific
place.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is very high risk, very high reward.
Incredible.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
If you get this. So I'm not going to give you automatic portal forever. This is a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
You will be able to immediately bamf into Null through a backpack portal that you're carrying on your back.
Ooh.
Great.
Yes.
If you fail, there's going to be some serious damage to both of your gear.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll take that. I'll roll that.
And do we end up somewhere crazy?
And there's going to be a problem. So I'm going to say, if you roll a 6, straight success, you get to do exactly what you want. 4 or 5, you're going to get back to Null, but there's going to be some problems with your stuff. 1 through 3, both of your stuff breaks and something else bad is going to happen. And next episode is going to happen in a place that I didn't expect it to happen.
Are we both rolling?
We have to add our last crew hype.
Yeah, let's add a crew
Let's
hype.
add the both two. We have 2 more crew hype that we can add, so let's add them both.
I will say I'm going to have you both roll. And if one of you succeeds, one of you fails, like that particular piece of gear will have damage.
Okay.
So why
Cool.
don't each one of you take one of the crew hypes, which is an extra d6.
And then I'm also going to add a dare.
Let's go.
Cool. I'm going to use my double dare so I can add an extra 2d6.
Cool. And you've taken 2 trouble for that.
Yeah, Brian.
Okay,
taking
just making
2
sure.
freaking trouble.
Does
for
that max your trouble out, Rashane?
No, I have 7 trouble.
Damn,
Woohoo.
goddamn. This is a troubled youth.
Also, keep in mind, if you roll a 4 or 5, you will have 8 trouble, and that will automatically trigger some craziness to happen with trouble.
Nice.
No, that's great. I feel like you would like that a lot, Brian.
I would. Okay, last thing I'm going to say for this. This is a big get out of jail free card. I'm going to need someone to spend 1 kick as well.
I'll spend a kick. Or does it have to
Yeah.
be one of them?
I'll spend a kick.
I'll
for
say
sure.
let's make it one of them since it's those 2.
If we
Dude,
both
you know
spend
what?
a kick, is that even better?
Brian, I'll spend 2 kick on this.
All right. I'll say with 1
shit.
kick, you're able to like unlock this possibility. With 2 kick, you might be able to get some cool footage out of it.
Cool.
Sick.
2 kick,
Mm.
and I'm gonna say check it. Check it, guys.
Okay, so real quick, Rashane, how many dice are you rolling?
4. I believe 4d6, unless you'll give me a 5th one for once again playing my favorite audiobook on my speaker.
Listen. I absolutely cannot knock the hustle. And I never will. And I think this joke is going to keep going and it's going to be great and it's going to get funnier as the season goes. And maybe sometime soon, you're going to ask and I'm going to say yes and it's going to feel so good.
Yeah.
That time is not now.
Yeah, you gotta try. Shooters gotta shoot.
Shooters got to shoot. So Rashane, rolling 4d6. So how are you doing that?
Okay, I have my regular d6 for my action.
Yeah.
I'm rolling 2d6 for double dare.
Yeah.
I'm rolling 1d6 for my crew hype.
Yep.
And then I'm rolling the final d6 for my turbo being used by my backpack, my voidwear backpack.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
absolutely. Summer, what are you rolling?
I'm rolling my 1 just because that's what you get. And then I'm rolling 1 for my crew hype. And then I'm rolling 1 for a dare. So I have 3.
Okay. For the dare,
Yeah.
I need you to also mark. I'm gonna make this easy. Mark 1 trouble.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
Okay. Both of you, go ahead and roll, knowing that a success means instant teleportation, 1 way, 1 time to Null for you and your entire group, and you also get some pretty fucking cool footage while doing it.
All right, Summer, ready? I'll open the bag and you shoot the gun, all right?
Okay, Rashane, on the count of 3.
Okay.
1,
1,
2,
3. Okay.
Rashane? I
got a 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
6. Summer.
I got a 3, 4, 6, baby. Yeah.
Yes! 6 is on both sides.
Yeah. Huh?
10s.
Yeah. Huh?
We all enter with a cool trick too.
Yeah, we all say kick it or whatever, rip it
Check
or
it.
check it. Oh my
Check
god. Check
And then
it.
Siren says rip it.
Rip it.
Yeah, Ruby ollies into that portal.
Yeah.
I do like a nose grab, like woo, woo.
Do a sick 360.
Gravity blaster into Voidwear backpack. gravity into a void. Who knows what happens? It turns out it opens a goddamn portal and exactly to where you want to go because you have inverted the abilities of this Voidwell backpack, not to a random plane, but to a selected plane. Summer, you see in front of you, like a heads-up display, a spinning array of all the different planes. Quahalia, Flaming Pits, Fenispar, Prismatia, Popularia, and then you see Null in the most boring, monotone colors, and you click select.
We passed my mom's kitchen.
You guys, all of you jumping into this portal. Sammy, you see your brother and the rest of Null Range sprinting towards you on their boards, leaping in as you fly through this one-way portal, and it closes behind you.
I think I flip Rusty off as I jump in backwards.
Nice.
Double birds, and you see that portal close around you to just a single eye hole of Rusty, and you see fury in his eyes.
See you at dinner.
He is absolutely not winning the 5-hour Harddecker Slugblaster tape jam.
Bye, Rusty.
And that is where we're going to end this episode of My First Dungeon, Slugblaster.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
That was intense.
I'm sorry, what?
Tune in next time to see a little bit of downtime on the plane of Null in the town of Hillview from 5 Slugblasters who have more trouble and more style than they know what to do with, and a tape that has to be delivered to Harddecker itself. Till then, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Rip it.
Slugblasters.
Sluglaster.
I seriously got to call Colin like right after this and let him know.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
Blasting
with
the
our
slugs.
track being BLAST, I was trying to come up with a fun song for it, and I was just singing Hot to Go in my head, but it was just BLAST Slugblaster, which isn't great, but
I like it.
It's not bad.
it's not the worst.
This season of My First Dungeon is sponsored by MythWorks. Grab your own copy of Slugblaster by going to myth.works and using the promo code MFD20. That's MFD20 to get 20% off your order. This episode features the voice talents of Elliot Davis, Jen De La Vega, Brian Flaherty, Abby Hepworth, Carolyn Page, and Shenuk Tessera. Editing and sound design by Brian Flaherty. This episode features a theme song and original music by B. Hold. Additional music provided by Artlist.io. My First Dungeon is a many-sided media production. If you want access to the cast talkback for this episode, as well as an ad-free feed and bonus actual play episodes, join us on our Patreon. And remember, if you're having fun, you're already doing it right.
If you're hearing this, that means you have listened to every last second of this episode, and that probably makes you a fan of this show. Well, if you're a fan and you like what we're doing and want to help others find it as well, then consider leaving us a 5-star review over on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. Getting more ratings really does help more people find the show, and reading your nice words about the things that we put out into the world makes us feel all warm and good inside, and we want more of those good feels. So head on over to your podcast player of choice and leave us a 5-star review. Thanks.